Okay, we're going to start with the preface to Nietzsche's Genealogy, on the genealogy of morals. And just in the preface, just something very quick I want to say. If you notice, section 6 of the preface begins with the problem of the value of pity and the morality of pity. The German word is Mitleid, which means not just pity but compassion. And this is what the whole text is about, or at least the whole first or two essays, I'd say. Namely, he's calling into question this value of compassion. You see, this is one value that usually everyone accepts, that we should be kind and compassionate and care about people. Compassion and comes from the Latin root, which means compassion, suffer with. Passion, like the passion of Jesus, passion of the Christ, is to suffer, and then come mean with. So compassion means if we see someone suffering, our heart should go out. In German, Mitleid, the same thing, Leid, suffering, mit, with. And Nietzsche's calling this value in particular, this Christian value, into question in this text. So try to think about that as you read this. That in the background here, Nietzsche wants us to think: are people really compassionate? Do they really care about the poor? Perhaps they just hate the rich. Perhaps people don't really care about weak people. They just hate powerful people. Perhaps we don't really care about the oppressed. We just want to oppress oppressors. So it's a very cynical view of morality that Nietzsche is coming at this with. And remember, he thinks behind everything, not just strength, but weakness, is will to power. So if someone is advocating a morality of compassion, of concern for victims, of concern for the oppressed, Nietzsche thinks that's just a power move. Okay? So that's what he's trying to unearth. And he has a great, I'm not sure if it's true, but it's certainly compelling argument for why that's the case. And so we could summarize this preface here and the whole genealogy itself by saying, with Nietzsche, perhaps there's something bad behind the good. Or perhaps there's something bad in the good, or what we think is good. Perhaps hidden behind what we think is so pure, so loving, so kind, so compassionate, is something terribly malevolent, something terribly evil.